The new education policy was announced by the Modi government, which replaces the 3 decades old policy. It restructures school education and higher education system by making it more holistic, flexible, skill-oriented, and multidisciplinary. The first came in 1968 under the Indira Gandhi government. The second in 1986 under the Rajiv Gandhi government, which was revised in 1992 under Narsimha Rao government. The third is the National Education Policy 2020 by the Modi government. National Education Policy 2020 has been formulated after taking a lot of consultations and suggestions, taking in views of over 2.5 lakh gram panchayats, 6,600 blocks and 676 districts. A committee for evolution of the National Education Policy 2016 under the chairmanship of T.S.R. Subramaniam came up to shape the NEP, while the Committee for the Draft National Education Policy 2017 under Dr. Kasturi Ranjan prepared the draft of the National Education Policy, incorporation suggestions from all over the world. So, here are the changes brought by the new education policy.
So the changes brought by the NEP 2020 are revolutionary and have received positive responses. It made all the 90s kids go like, why did it not happen in our time? Well, better late than never. Here are some of the important changes brought about by the NEP. Education has been increased to 6% of the GDP. Number 2, flexibility of choice. Earlier, the system was divided into watertight divisions of 3 streams. Now, it gives students flexibility of choice to choose variety of subjects from different streams as they like. For example, an art stream student would be able to choose a science stream subject and vice versa. Number 3, the new academic or pedagogical system would be of 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 years. The foundation stage would be of 5 years, comprising the preschool education of 3 years and classes 1 and 2. Taking into consideration the fact that 85% of the child's cumulative brain development occurs before the age of 6 years, the education system starts from the age of 3 years. It is important to note that no exams will be conducted during this stage. The secondary stage is the preparatory stage, which would be of 3 years from classes 3 to 5. Then we have the middle stage, which would be of 3 years again from classes 6 to 8. Then we have at last the secondary stage, which would be of 4 years from classes 9 to 12. Changes related to language. Mother tongue to be the medium of instruction at least till 5th standard, most preferably till 8th and beyond. Sanskrit, other classical languages and literature would also be available. Several foreign languages will be offered at a secondary level. A 3-language formula is proposed, which encourages students to learn more than one language. It also states that at least 2 of the languages should be Indian. However, no language would be imposed on the student. Vocational training. We all remember our parents saying that if you don't study well, you will become a plumber or will sell fruits on the street. Vocational training was being looked down upon in our country, especially among the middle classes, which perceive school and college degrees as fetching white-collar jobs and an accepted way of life for them. Vocational training was not given importance, and the NEP focuses on it, realizing the need for it. Coding would be taught from 6th class, and internship opportunities would be provided to students for vocational training, and the vocational training would be given by local experts from different fields regarding the work of carpenter, gardener, plumber, etc. And there would be 10 backless days from classes 6 to 8. It addresses the long-cited complaint of the education system that it promotes rote learning.
The 6th change is self-assessment. Self-assessment will be completely redesigned to make it holistic, 360-degree, multi-dimensional report reflecting the uniqueness of each learner. The 7th one will be less stress for board exams. People from various quarters, be it family or peer groups, impress the young minds about how big the board exams are and how it is imperative to do well, saying they will face a bleak future otherwise. Many students become vulnerable to anxiety pangs. Some slip into a zone of depression. So, Here, the board exams will continue to exist, but the emphasis of them would be reduced. Next, they'll be redesigned to focus primarily on core capacities or competencies rather than months of cramming. Next, there would be 2 instead of just 1 exam, and they alone will not determine admissions in college, and entrance exams will be conducted. So talking about the 8th change, which is multiple entry and exits. So new education policy has introduced a 4-year multidisciplinary bachelor's program along with an option to exit and enter the course at any time. So the time spent in degree would be recognized as 1 year would be given certificate, for 2 years you would be given a diploma, for 3 years you would be given a bachelor's degree, for 4 years you will be given a bachelor's research degree. So talking about the academic bank of credits, now this academic banks of credit will allow the students to use credits of 1 degree to pursue another. There would be single regulator, Higher Education Council of India, which is HECI. Talking about the 9th change, it's opening of doors for foreign universities. Now, world's top institutions will be permitted to set up branches in India and operate with autonomy according to their system. This will allow education at par with global level. This measure will somehow try to balance the outflow and inflow of students for studies. Now, talking about the 10th and the last change, which is that teachers will require a 4-year integrated B.Ed degree, while a 2-year B.Ed degree can be considered for someone already having a bachelor's degree in a subject.
A lot of people gather to applaud the much awaited changes in the educational policies. Here are a few points that everyone needs to consider. With knowledge and experience in both education and linguistics, here I point out some of the loopholes in the main points of the National Education Policy. English as optional till class 8. In the global scenario, one does not need to stress more about the need of the English language. True, it all comes due to colonization. But even the Chinese are spending a lot of funds, resources and labor on learning the language. We have at least one advantage against them, and we are even sacrificing that. Language acquisition happens at an early age, and if even formal teaching is done in the mother tongue, how long will it take to have a command on optional language? Examinations are not just for checking a student potential, but a touchstone, a check, and a preparation for education and life. If the foundation is laid thus, the future is definitely under question. Sex education. Yet another opportunity of bringing in sex education and spreading awareness about gender and sexuality was missed. One very efficient way of bringing down rates of sexual violence lies in introducing sex education only in the curriculum of students. The National Education Policy, like any other education policies of the country, ignores the significant idea of sex education.
Education is an important sphere for the well-being of the society. While the NEP 2020 is a step in the right direction, there is no doubt that the government could have done better. Eliminating exams is not the solution. There needs to be a sensitive approach that needs to be adopted in the parents and teachers so that they instill this life skill into the children. Exams should be conducted in a way so that they reach the masses and the children are prepared to compete with the outside world. For the nation to progress, there are important issues that needs to be addressed logically and practically. Sex education, environment education, and English language are all very significant and cannot be sidelined as the NEP does. After all, we all must bear in mind, as John Dewey said, education is not preparation for life, education is life.
Have doses of learning and unlearning with our new videos every Thursday. Do like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching us.